What up, Moogle Mob? Physics Bang here. Been a little bit since I've done one of these, but kind of felt in the mood to get one in, so do a bit of a talk through run, see how it goes. 3, 2, 1, Jan. Alright, not a bad start. Health, Runic, Jump, and Control. Alright. Health, Runic, Jump, and Control. That's a bit of a weird one. Jump can do something. Other than that, we don't have a whole lot going on. So we're going to hope maybe we get some degree of progression or something to get us going. Early Yeti does not hurt. But we're in the mood for some dried meat, which, perfect. Get it right off the bat. A few of these. A couple of those. Good enough for now. Did I already get Revivifies? No. Gonna peek these shops and see if there's anything valuable. Like Atmo weapons. Cool. So we know where Atmo weapons are now. So later on in the seed, we're gonna come back and probably pick those up. But we're gonna do another free check. Let's go do lock, and we will see about that paladin shield too. There we go. So with a lock start, I usually prefer just to do the Lone Wolf Shed, just while I'm already here checking the Paladin Shield, and also checking the weapon shop. That way I don't really have to go to World of Balance Narsh at all. Double red, huh? That's cool. And a ribbon. Red jacket, red cap, break blade, and a ribbon. And we're getting ready to check the Paladin Shield. So, hopefully the Paladin Shield is, well, I guess the Curse Shield is a pretty low number, because with the ribbon, basically we can have Setzer do that. Setzer's skill is trash, so he could be a perfect shield decurser. Let's see if it's a thing. It is probably going to be a thing. I can't foresee him doing anything useful. So we already have 4 characters, so it really makes sense just to go ahead and do that. Let him decurse that shield while we're doing some grind checks. Dead. Valiant Knife because we have lock. We're just going to take that. Okay. So, we have lock and a Valiant Knife. We have Atmo weapons for sale in whatever it was, Kullingen. So, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I don't love my loot right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and swing over to the Returner's Hideout. I recommend in general, if you're really new to this game, just to loot this always. It doesn't hurt to loot a little bit more. Sure, it takes some time, but that's fine. You do have one shop that gives you a chance to find some curables that you're looking for, but also might have you finding some super balls that can really kickstart a seed. What I really want to see is some sort of offense. Right now all we have is a Yeti, so any of the relic shops that I check, I'd like to find Rage Ring. Blizzard Orb wouldn't be bad either early on. Also, of course, Hero Rings and Atlas Armlets. Those are all really good. Down for any of those. Can you please let me get this? Thank you. Alright, let's see. Don't have tools, so I'm not going to worry about that. Eye drops, I will. See? You know? Sometimes you just speak things into existence, and this appears to be one of those times, so I'm going to pick one of those up. Just one is fine, and then I'm going to pick up a few of those too. Sometimes the seed delivers. That almost pushes me to want to consider a really early, like, World of Ruin Narsh play. But probably what I'll do, because I already have dried meat, I can do the dried meat check, do the trench, and then we can really consider hitting World of Ruin Narsh and using that Super Ball on the dragon to take it pretty early. My issue right now is I don't have any Espers, and I don't have any good offense. All I have is a Yeti with no relics. Flame Shield is nice. It's of course Fire 2 and Merton Protection, but it's also a good crackable for early bosses if needed. So we're kind of, we'll use that if we need to. In general, I think shields should be treated as, of course, good defense, but also a good utility piece. A good get out of jail free card if you run into a particularly nasty boss. Many, many times in my runs, I've ran into a boss I thought I couldn't take or was a little bit too powerful, and cracking a shield can get you right through a wall like that without having to reset out or, you know, pivot. Another flame shield and ice shield. Goodness, they're both the same price too. Alright, so, okay, cool. I'm gonna play this a little bit different than I normally do. I don't, in general, I feel like I rely on these too much, so I'm gonna pretend like this is a Ultros League seed, where you maybe only have 1 or 2 rods, and that's it. And I'd like to get the seed going with just those 2 rods. Now, granted, I could sell a little bit more and get more of them and kind of abuse them through the rest of the seed, but I kind of want to demonstrate that it's not always necessary. You can get by without completely leaning on ice rods or any rods that you find. If you're in a race and you see rods like that, do not do what I'm doing right now. Sell what you can, get as many rods as you need, and abuse the hell out of them. However, many Moogle Cup seeds kind of devolve into this. Or you just don't find rods, but you have low offense. So I'm going to play it as if, you know, I found some rods in a chest or something like that. And what does that look like in a seed when you don't have overwhelming amounts of rods to just crack directly into things' faces? Got a hero ring. That's good for the Yeti. Pretty much where that's going to go immediately. That way he can just pop off with body slams or whatever else he wants to do. Another hero ring. And another super ball. Okay, cool. So that doubles down on the idea of going and taking out a dragon pretty early. And since I'm not going to do the dragon right off the rip, I'm going to, you know, I still feel comfortable going and pushing scaling a little harder, so I can go do Zen Thief. And then I can go do the Velt as well. Velt is guaranteed progression, so it's definitely going to push scaling up. But since I'm going to be taking grind fights in the trench anyway, the idea is that I will get some levels there before I go and mess with the dragon in Narsh. But I don't want to go way out of my way for anything. Issue I have at this very moment is that I don't have any earrings. So kind of looking at picking up some of those if I can. But I do have a bonus hero ring right now because I found an Atlas arm that I can put on Yeti instead. Okay, cool. 25k we should be able to afford. No earrings. Let's see. That. See if we can manage this somehow. Doesn't really look like we can. Maybe Mirage. Kind of hate selling that, but I will. 24, and man, I have like nothing to sell. Chocobo suit, I guess. Alright. Well, fine. A bit excessive. I have no armor to equip really, except for a red cap and a red jacket, because I've sold everything else. Still gonna check the shops though, just in case anything good's here, even though I found, you know, a pretty stacked shop in South Figaro. More ice rods, but again, I'm not gonna go crazy with those. I don't have a lot of money anyway. Okay, so usually in this situation, I'm willing to go to like one more place to look for earrings as needed. So I'm gonna go to Thamasa. It's got a decent amount of loot, so if I do find them, I might have some things there that I can loot to sell. Since I don't have anything to sell right now. If there's no earrings here, I'm still gonna loot it out, and then I'm just gonna go straight to the Velt and get rolling. We might find earrings over in Nakia after we finish the Velt check, or the trench check. More Valiant knives. Cool. The shops are very generous in this seed. I don't know if I'm going to need another Valiant knife, but it's good to know that they're there in the event that I need one. I have no sleeping bags, but I also have no money, so oh well. We'll figure that out later. Another Atlas armlet. Minerva. Earrings. Debilitator can go. But we still have like nothing to sell. So let me go check these other chests. Maybe we get lucky enough to find something that we actually want to sell. Or not. Nope, we got nothing. So, listen, I know where they're at. I was really hoping some of that loot would actually lead us to some money. But I'm not going to sell an Ice Shield or a Minerva. Not for earrings when I already have 2 hero rings. That is double earrings. So, it'll just have to do... Oops, I did forget something. When you're doing the Velt check, you do have to have 3 characters, not 4. Well, you have to have less than 4. Yeti is the worst possible choice for doing Velt check, so we're going to leave him home. We still don't need to equip anything. You notice that I haven't saved. I haven't equipped anything. We don't need to until we're done here. A Lobo is not going to be a threat to me. They have very low life. They do very little damage, so there's no reason for me to save before doing this. Then I can go back in my airship if I feel like grabbing the Yeti. We'll see. And yeah. Then we can do all of our equipping after we have whatever reward we get here. Bad luck, bad luck. Oh, you're still alive. Alright, another Esper. We'll take it. So we just go back to the airship, we pick up a Yeti, we can go ahead and do our equipping, put our Espers on, get our relics going, all that good stuff. And then we head right into the trench. And that's probably where I'm going to crack both of my rods because scaling is pushed. So everything's like level 12 and we're level 3. So we're probably going to need the rods to get started. And the goal is we get something that we can actually use. Like a spell from one of those shields or something from the Espers before we finish. That's the goal. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to make him our magic caster. Hero, hero. You can have Atlas. You can have Ribbon and Moogle. You can have Atlas and Hairpin, I suppose. Yes. Yes. Don't want the ice rod on you, though. We also don't want that on you. Anybody else that can use that? It's all right. Let's check our Espers. Bolt 2, Fire 3. We'll put Strength on you is fine. And yeah, Fire 3 sounds great for you. Okay. Good enough. Let's send it. So, I think the current route is we're going to finish up this, and then we're going to head straight to World of Ruin Narsh. We can kill the dragon with 1 or 2 of the Super Balls that we got, and finish up Yeti checks. And we should be doing pretty good by then, because we'll have a level 3 spell on Gao. We should be sitting pretty by that point. This is a really weak fight. I am not going to burn a rod for this. Gonna take a little bit longer, but this is such a silly fight to burn an entire rod on. Now, of course, if I bought like 15 of them, that would be a different story. But with only 2, no, I'm not doing that. I do want to like throw out a health at some point. I hate being on level 3 HP after I've gotten a fight in. It's so easy to still die. You're still at level 3 HP. No matter what level you are, you're still very, very low health. But it depends on the fight. See, like, this is horrible. I have smoke bombs. Just hope they go off before these guys kill me. Okay, thank God. Could have been really bad. That was horrifying. That is not what you want to see. Ever. But especially not while you're still sitting at level 3 HP. One attack, you're just dead. You saw me quick heal there with tonics. It's just, I think it's a good idea. It's the safe play. More rather weak fights. I think I will probably just go ahead and crack one of the ice rods here. Get him out of my face. Not bad experience. There's our level 3 spell, so Gao will be ready to go. And Harpies. Problem is, I don't think Gao can actually cast that spell right now. Oh, that's kind of silly. Go up and control him and immediately attack him with some cards. Kind of a weird move, but that's alright. You know what I forgot? I didn't put the damn curse shield on Setzer. So, That means we are 4 fights that we just missed on the curse shield because I forgot to equip it. That is a bummer. Drago with capture. I don't really want him. He's a better magic caster, but I could just use Gao as magic casting. I could even just use Setzer as magic casting. It's not a big deal. No earrings. Alright. Okay. More Valiant Knives. That is 3 shops now with really good stuff in it, and multiple shops with Super Balls. I'm not buying any of those either. That would be ridiculous. I don't currently feel like I need to make a special trip to go get earrings, so we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing. We do need to switch the Fire 3 Esper over to, I don't know, Setzer, I guess. That. I'll go ahead and do that now. Scarlet. Switch right there. I'm going to peek this because I'm already here. It's Katana Soul, I want to know. Master Pug. That is not what we need. It's just we have Atma weapons for sale. And we also have VKs for sale, and we already have a VK, so we are very much in the market for a delicious offering at some point. Before I forget, again, better late than never. I know we're 4 fights short, but you know what? It is what it is. Not the end of the world. We'll get 8 fights at some point. Now, you might have thought, why didn't I take Strago over Yeti? Honestly, I just don't feel like Strago is going to be that useful, and I'm banking not only on the fact that we get a better character than Strago at some point, but also I want to use the Yeti for Coliseum purposes immediately after I'm done here. Like, top of my list of what I want to do when I get out of here. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. Of course, we just learned Fire 3, and we run into a Fire Dragon, because why wouldn't we? Classic bullshit. If needed, I will crack the rod, but we're really hoping this Super Ball rolls high and we don't have to waste it. We still need to. So, actually, you know what? Let's quick test here. We have a Bolt 2. Maybe we get lucky enough to finish it with that. Or we get killed by Atomic Ray instead. Fine. Still nothing? Alright. We tried to spare it. We lost some time. And I know he's almost dead, but we need to get out of here before he does something even more rude. But now we have 2 characters that have Fire 3. So hopefully that's enough to get us going. Also, you might be wondering why Locke is in the back row. I'm not too worried about his VK damage right now. Early game Final Fantasy VI usually looks a lot like casting spells. Another shield. Alright. Great. Go ahead and Thunder Shield you. Ice Shield you. Bought some sleeping bags for a reason, so we'll use them. And I don't really need Locke to learn Fire 3, so we're just going to keep it where it's at. Not too worried about this guy. We will Fire 3, why not? We'll fight with him. We'll just wait trick. Full sets are here. Esper, please. Esper with plus HP, please. We want to be all aboard the VK train, and currently we have no way to do that. You know what? HP plus 10 is not enough to not be teaching Bolt 3 to somebody. If it was HP 50, I might consider it. This does make me want to consider doing another dragon sooner rather than later. I completely forgot to do the monster in a box, so oh well, not going back for it. Kind of like weirdly leaning toward Phoenix Cave, so I can kill the dragon there. We have 5 characters, so we can put 4 on the right side and Drago on the left and kill ourselves a dragon that way. That's pretty dope. Be a way for us to learn that Bolt 3 a little faster, get some more levels, get a free check-in, get some more loot, because we're absolutely broke. It sounded pretty appealing, but I do also want to go to the Coliseum. But I don't know if I want to do that now or later, because I don't have a lot of loot. Thanks for that, Yeti. You worthless little shit. A tincture. No, I do not. You know what? You help. One of those fights where I wish I had a rod. I could have cracked it on him a lot faster. Oh god, I hate Yeti so much. Absolute pure loathing. Oh my god. Come on, man. Oh, that's very frustrating because we're working on the curse shield and Yeti 3 times attacked the shell, which is classic Yeti. Anyway, warp stone. We do need to heal, so we're gonna go in here. Even though that was just a Welk, when you get bolt edged 3 times in a row, that's kind of gotta do what you gotta do. Right, I'm not super inclined to do the Coliseum just yet because I don't have a lot of stuff in my inventory. So we're just gonna head to Phoenix Cave right now. What are you doing, game? Alright, note to self, don't forget to put on the Moogle charm on Strago. Put the parties on the wrong side, so we're going to switch first. This is the one you want for the dragon. Other guy, whichever one's not going to be fighting the dragon, should be going up this way. I'm going to loot because of the Colosseum. And maybe we find something good, too. A lot of people kind of like to fade Phoenix Cave, so I think it's not a bad move, personally. Could be some good loot here. Maybe it's like some progression or a character that people might miss. Or it's a force shield. That happens too. But I'm not necessarily here just for progression. I'm here also to hopefully learn magic faster. Get that Bolt 3 going. That gives us elemental diversity, because right now we don't have that. All we have is fire. That's not great, because I already got rid of the ice rods. Instead of thinking in a final or Ultros League mentality as if all the rods are like $12,000. I don't really have a. If this is Ultros League, I wouldn't be willing to go buy anymore. So I've used the rods I found as effectively as I could. Now we need to find other means of offense. This is kind of good practice anyway. If you're trying to like bridge the gap between Moogle Cup and Ultros League, setting some limits for yourself is a good idea. Even if you don't mess with any of the flags, any of the scaling, any of that. If you just say, you know what, I'm not going to buy 12 Super Balls. I'm not going to buy 27 rods. I'm only going to buy 1 or 2 and use that to get me off the early game, you know? That way you can't lean so heavily on what the main benefits of Moogle Cup are, at least early game, is those Super Balls and the rods. So it can get you a little more comfortable with a weaker start and giving you the ability to start thinking about, like, how do I kick off a seed if offense kind of sucks? What am I aiming for in order to make a seed work? Might have should have just kept Locke at low life. Oh well. That was good. So the good news is this guy can't actually kill me. The bad news is he can sit here and blast me until, you know, I quit this game forever if he wants to, which clearly he does. Triple bullcrap so far. Bolt 3 into Bolt 2 into Bolt 2, all AoE. Sometimes the game just says, you know what? I don't want you to do anything. I just want you to be dead or annoyed. And it just does that. It's unbelievable when it happens, but there's like nothing you can do in this kind of situation. Oh, thank you. Holy cow. So this is a situation where we should probably just be considering slamming a shield in his face. Not going to be enough to kill right off the rip, but... Alright, we take that. It wasn't clean because he decided to be a complete jerk face, but it is what it is, right? I knew, well, I mean, I didn't know, but I know I had some shields that I was able to pass around as needed. I had that thunder shield. There were very few dragons that were actually going to be able to kill me in that situation, which is why I didn't save. But, you know, it's fine. It all worked out because I just got an offering, so could have been worse. Oops, got a little confused at what I was doing. Very glad to see that offering, though. We now have Locke with VK offering red cap being a 25% HP increase. We got some decent loot in here. Nothing we're going to really be equipping, but it gives us a little bit of something that we can use to check the Colosseum. All right, was it worth it? Esper? At least it was an Esper. Cool, cool, cool. No. I'm a pretty strong proponent of, like, if you have low items, use the free heals that you have available to you. So I'm just going to pop in here real quick. We will heal, and then we'll do Search the Skies. We can also switch over the Esper from Gao to Setzer. And check the other Esper that we got. Carbuncle, Strength, and Slow. Strength, 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 strength. You can have the... Where is it? Who has the... Oh, never mind. Okay. Forgot the HP Esper is the one with Bolt 3 on it. We just put on Setzer. Search the Skies. This is kind of annoying. Actually, very annoying. Oh, we have XM. Didn't know we had XM. As long as it works, then all is well. Cool. Crisis averted. That guy's very annoying. Narapa has auto reflect, so it's not. I couldn't cast any actual spells on him. So the option I would have had was like swing with lock and let Yeti do stuff, and everybody else stand around and do nothing. Siren. All right. Well, we have mute for magic and tier 2 Kefka. All right. Now we get to let the Yeti cook a little bit. Hopefully. I mean, assuming there's anything here that we want to use. Ice shields. Fire. More Atmo weapons. I mean, I don't need to buy an Atmo weapon if I win an Atmo weapon. You know, it'd be actually pretty cool is if we had like a Jedi Yeti. That'd be pretty deep, pretty neat. Yeah, I think we might do that actually. Only level 24, but whatever. Okay, we're in the area, so let's go ahead and hit up Daryl's. Oh, you know what else I need to do is go here and we'll do an offering. Figure we'll just go here and do this while we're in the area. And then I'll probably go to World of Balance and we will go do Locks check. We'll do the tunnel armor. And then we can switch right back and we can go look into some Strago things as needed. We hope that we don't have to do Strago things. Hopefully in the next 2 checks we find a character that we want. But the first check that we're going to do is checking Fnatic's Tower. We have good elemental diversity. So we just hope that it's enough. We got Fire 3, we got Bolt 3, we have a Yeti with an Atmo weapon that is going to suck early on, but whatever. It's funny. And then later on we can decide, do we want to have a Yeti, like Atmo offering Yeti and just be totally ridiculous? Or do we want to just go ahead for the safer VK strats? In general, I prefer VK strats. So unless I find another offering, it's probably what we're going to do. And since I just said that, that means we should probably check for Katana Soul, so we will. Meh. We'll just fire 2 of these guys, save some MP. It's decent experience. Why not? I'm not going to save because if I die, oh well. I just won't fight them again. Atma weapon. Well, this sucks. Let's see what the boss is. Ifrit. I think we have something we can do with this, right? We have Ice 2s. May as well. If nothing else, it's a fight for the cursed shield. Not gonna kill set. Okay, good. You know what? I'm not mad. As long as Setzer's up and it's continuing on with that cursed shield, we'll take it. Now, if we think about what we were planning on doing before, we're gonna go to tunnel armor. That means we do not need to stop and heal. We can save, but we don't have to actually use any, sleeping bags or anything like that. Because there's an auto heal there. Not an auto heal, but there's the little healing spring. Always be mindful of the route that you're taking and what's available to you. That way you don't waste resources. One thing I've been trying to work on is using less sleeping bags. So I have to buy less earlier on in the seed. Just kind of using other ways to heal throughout the course of the seed. I'd like to get to where I could very comfortably do 20 sleeping bags in a seed, and that's it. Cheddar cheese. We have fire 3, so we should be perfectly fine here. Uh-oh, that's really bad. Okay, good, he used magic. I wasn't on lock. So, I'd really hoped that wasn't on lock. Because Charm makes it to where I'm going to attack my own party members, so yeah. If he had attacked with that VK, it might have been nasty. I guess it's probably not too bad, because it's not like he has low HP or anything right now. I'd appreciate it if you don't kill. Yeah. We'll get this curse shield done eventually, but the game is just being very rude about it. The good news is, I don't really care about Setzer that much. He'll get levels again later. Really? I stopped in the Coliseum for an Atma weapon and then I find double Atma weapons. See, does jokes. Alright. So let's lean on Peekables. Gonna go check the Fanatics Tower. If that's not it, then we're gonna go by speed. And speed equals Ebbets Rock, followed by Burning House. Not a character, so I'm just gonna leave. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. My dude Golden Shocker does this all the time. And he seems to win a lot, so let's go. Let's get 2 boss fights here, and maybe eventually we get this curse shield decursed. Given the dead checks, we're kind of eyeballing check skip anyway, especially because we're taking out so many dragons on our routes. So why not get 3 checks? By the way, this is 3 checks. It's a guaranteed Esper or item at the bottom. Sorry, Esper or character at the bottom. The high tier item at the very top is considered a check, and also the dragon is considered a check. So if you do everything, you can get 3 checks here. Nope. Thank you. I love that. I do want to do this though. Okay. I'm trying to decide, do I need to check Espers? And I I do. I need to check Siren. Too late, though. I already started this. So once all the cutscenes are going on, you can't go into your menu. Another one where we just got to use ice magic a lot. And we just hope that Setzer doesn't get nuked again. I also need more Phoenix down, so I need to be on the lookout for those any towns I go to. I'm just gonna not attack with Setzer. Maybe then he just leaves Setzer alone. Alright, we will peek that Siren and see if anything's going on there. We'll also see Setzer might be learning a spell here. Let's have a little peek, because we're going to fight a dragon, so I want to make sure we're not wasting time anywhere. Ice 3, yes. Good enough. Let's go. So from the bottom, it's 3 screens is where the dragon is, but from the top, it's 2 screens down. So we've already gone down 1. Now we've gone down 2. So this is where the dragon will be. Let's get us Bolt 3 and Ice 3. Wish we had Berserk, because Lock is pretty useless without it right now in this place. We're gonna do what we did before, and that's just like keep Setzer out of the fight for the time being. Way he has less chance of getting countered. We're getting semi-close to the Cursed Shield being decursed, which is nice. Finally. Ice 3, Bolt 3, I think. Yeah. There's the shield decursed. Okay, we did it. There's another shield. So, if we don't find Merton, then we have so many shields to crack. It's kind of ridiculous. We have like 5 shields to crack. And just a whole lot of elemental defense in general. So that's fine. That's cool. That's neat. That's great. Lovely. Actually, wouldn't have minded just another offering. Would have been nice. Been pretty cool. Oh well. You know what else would be really good? Cure Magic. I'd rather not have my VK user on health duty. Okay. So, we have 3 locations that can have a character at this point. Ebbett's Rock, Burning House, and Kefgutnarsh. Gotta love it when it's gated to Strago or Kefgutnarsh. Strago's our most recent character, so it's the most likely option. You need these. Probably time to switch Siren over to here. Shoot. Nope. Actually, we'll do that. And he can finally, at long last, get his glorious HP 10% Esper going. Right, Ebbett's Rock, we need 22 coral. I count backwards, sorry. Subtraction's easier. 15. 15. Nice. 10. 8. 6. 3. 2. That was a blindingly fast Ebbett's Rock. It didn't, like, false teleport me places much at all. Ulti, you remember when I mentioned something about having shields to crack? Now's, like, a really good time to do that. Please don't kill Locke. And I wish he didn't do damage to him, but that's... I don't have an ice shield at the ready, so... I think we might just wait for Locke again. Through it. Hurt me. Damn it. I mean, he's hitting for, 10,000, so it's pretty good. Alright, the good news is, well, I guess there's not really any good news. Hopefully this is a character. That would be the only good news that I want to hear. But at least we're really close to Tomasa, if not. Okay, there's Ultima. Maybe we switch that over to Gao next. Run out. Nice. Okay, so the good news is this takes us to Tomasa. And it's a Cyan. Okay. We're just going to go straight into Doma Dream. Fine. We still need 2 Espers, and that's a 3 check. So I think that's fine. I'll do it. Pretty good odds. But we do still require more earrings. I really don't want to make a special trip to World of Balance Tomasa. But it's looking like we might just have to do that. We need more Phoenix Downs, so we need to check the item shop. Phoenix Downs and some sleeping bags would be cool. We're going to get none of those. Grab a few of those just for kicks. Alright, it's not an immediate necessity. Now we're going to map wrap because it's closer. Always be looking at the radar and like what's the shortest distance and then fly that distance. It's the important thing to do. What am I doing? I don't need to do any of that. Oh yeah, I need to do one thing. That is go here, remove the Paladin shield, put the Paladin shield on, we'll just default, and great. Not actually sure why. Well, I guess there is a boss coming up. Never mind. I don't know why I'm saving, but yes, I do. Some good news is that even if this is a nasty boss, we still have Locke doing what he does. So, even Magimaster shouldn't be a huge issue at this time. We have good elemental protections. We have a Paladin shield on deck. We have Ultima on Setzer. We have a VK offering. So, feel pretty safe, despite the fact that we don't have Berserk. We'll be at 19 checks after we finish here, too. So if we can get Unlock, then all we have to do is mid KT, and we will immediately have Unlock, or have Skip. Should be dead. Bye-bye. So we have a good path to, like, wrapping the seed up with Skip. That sucks. That sucks. We were really hoping for an Esper there. Then we'd have a 50-50 shot twice. Esper, please. Damn. Bad luck. Okay, so the new goal, the new plan, since the game just shit all over me, is we need to do a quick check for a... So, okay, what we want is an Esper at Doma Siege. That's what we want. So we can go to Doma Siege. Okay, sorry. Let me start over. We're guaranteed to get Realm after we finish the next boss. So we're hoping for an Esper at the throne, right? That leaves us with one more Esper that we're looking for at 20 checks. Then we hope that we can go to Doma Siege and get another Esper. That would be Unlock. 20 checks. That's 21. Damn, we're going to get Unlock. We're going to get Skip before we get Unlock. It's pretty sad. Okay, but either way, We do hope that we get a Esper at Doma Siege, and that should be unlock and skip at the same time, actually. That's the dream. It's also semi-peekable, so I save outside of Doma Siege, and we just run in, and as long as it's not a character that walks out of the castle, it might be an Esper. The other thing we have is Esper Mountain, which is another option that we can go to that is peekable. You can see the character when you first start walking in the cave, and that'll give you an idea of what the reward might be. So we still have like a decent path, but we have to get lucky with a throne here. We need throne to be an Esper, and we need siege to be an Esper, and then we can have the skip and unlock at the same time. This is scary, but it really depends. We have an experience egg user on, so we should be okay. Great. That is about as perfect as it could have gotten. This is a wonderful candidate for a flame shield crack. Actually, I don't think we're going to need it. I think with 16,000 damage, we're just going to fire 3 instead. If that doesn't work, maybe we do an Ultima because he has nothing on. Okay, yeah. I'm glad I didn't crack the shield because it would have been absolutely a waste of resources. I just didn't realize Locke was going to hit that hard. Okay, fingers crossed. Throne is an Esper. Come on. Come on. Come on, Esper. Okay, cool. Half of what we need to have done happening. It's good. We're really close to Doma Siege. We can save, enter it. If it's not a character, we do it. And we're pretty close to Esper Mountain. Even if it is, we can still go grab another check real quick. We don't want to, but we could. What was it? Flow, bolt, more strength. Got it. Don't care. Save. What am I doing? Holy cow. Yes. No character? No character. All right. We got a 50-50 shot here. That is fine. He's not going to do a lot of damage, but it's fine. Still 8,000, even at full life. Yeti for the 4,500 Atmas already. Looking good. Quasar, pretty annoying. Cool. Hoping that was enough. I figured the guy didn't have a whole lot of gas left in him after that first assault. Alright, Esper skip, Esper skip, Esper skip, Esper skip. Come on, Esper skip, Esper skip, Esper skip, Esper skip, Esper skip. Come on, baby, Esper skip. Come on. Do it. Nice. Unlock. Skip. Let's do this. Alright, we need to take a couple. We need to do a trip real quick. We need to go to Thamasa for some earrings. And we need to really hope there's some Phoenix Downs in there. We need Phoenix Downs. We desperately need Phoenix Downs. We have like 2. Maybe we check our armor too. Spend our money while we're here. See. No Phoenix Downs. Lovely. No, we want what we have already. I guess a coronet for the Yeti is fine. No Phoenix Downs. Shit. Okay, we got some places we can check. We need at least 2 of these. I'll buy 1 more just in case. All right. I don't think we need any more than that, but... Okay, item shops are really right up front at both Zen and Albrook. I know I saw Phoenix Down somewhere. And I feel like they were pretty late in my looting, which would have been here or South Figaro. Come on, give me them Phoenix Downs. Come on. Thank you. I really need to sell something for Phoenix Downs. Yeah, you can go away. Anyway. No intentions of using fixed dice. Okay, let's have a look at stuff. Palador has nothing special. Crusader, Cure 3. Oh man. I don't know. Let's put it on him. You can stick with Siren. You can stick with Phantom. That's fine. That's knife. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, good. Except we just accidentally unequipped the lightsaber. All right, let's go. The Lock's gonna solo mid. Yeah, I guess. No, we're gonna do this and this. He can solo, I think. Alright, we're doing solo Yeti, so let's do that. A little sketch. I'm gonna do it. I want to learn Cure 3. I really want to learn Cure 3. So I had to choose who's gonna go where, and this is what we came up with. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird move, but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta make a move. You just gotta send it, and whatever happens, happens. But we're gonna do our riskiest party member, Sir Yeti here. We're gonna do him first. He's got an Atmo weapon and some decent levels on him. This is doable. It's a little slow, but he should be able to kill the bears in one hit. And then a few hits later, taking care of Vargas. What do we got here? Anything fun? Quasar, you're high enough magic to matter. Sure. Makes that Atmo weapon fight a little more useful. A couple thousand damage, maybe? Nah. That's some 1,000 needles or something, I'd do that. That's fine. Keep slamming. I love it. Good aim. Okay, so that was pretty ideal. Now Setzer, you know, he's not the best character in the world, but I have 2 earrings now. He's got a friend with him. I have Phoenix Downs just in case stuff goes wrong. And then also I have Ultima on him, so should be fine. Okay, these two. You're fine with what you got, and we have nothing. Okay, fine, then we'll do them last then. As you wish. You need earrings and earring. Oh, not ribbon. Nope, nope. Buttons are hard. There we go. So we'll just spam Ultima till whatever this is dies. I'm gonna wait and see if he overflows. He did not. Last thing I wanted was for him to overflow me and then, you know, GG's. Ultima myself. Oh, that's really bad. It's really bad. He needs to attack himself. Or that, it's fine too. What do we do here? Just kill? I think we just kill. It's scary being that low life, but I figured he had just attacked, so it was likely that we're going to get a turn first. And he doesn't have enough HP to, you know, chow down on 20,000 damage. So, spooky. Kind of narrow margin there. But a win's a win. I could have just easily popped an X potion, don't get me wrong, but that would have been another ATB, another attack. I might have gotten overflowed again. It invited more disaster when I figured that I could probably get by without it. So, but we do want a sleeping bag. Holy cow. Okay. Oh my goodness. I want to try something. I'm going to unequip the red cap. I'm going to equip the red cap. And now I'm losing like 1500 HP. Make lock hit a little bit harder. You can do the exact same thing with called muscle belt. I was hoping I had bolt 3. I thought I did, but oh well. This is not going to teach us cure 3, unfortunately. We have a dream. This guy gives us magic points though. So if he does, then maybe we could get really lucky and have it be like a ×10 cure 3. That would be awesome. We need something to give me some good magic points here. Come on. Come on. Make my dream come true. I don't want to fight Kefka with like no healing. Daddy is not it. I think that kills. I don't think Daddy is it, man. I don't think that's going to do it. Nope. All right. Well, we're going to do what we do. We got X potions, so that's what we're going to use. It's going to have to work. It's going to be good enough. So be it. As you wish, game. But now I need to put something better on him, looking like a shoat. All right, save. Let's do it. All right, we got Locke, Setzer, Gao, and Umaro. 1, 5, 6, 7 is my numbers. All right, 1, 5, 6, 7. Let's do it. We got Shoat on Gao, so let's use it. Hopefully we don't need to use X-Zone. We do not. We got a bunch of fire 3s that we can just zap this head with. We have a vanish somewhere. I'm pretty certain I saw it. It is. We're in the market for just letting Locke cook as soon as this head dies. We don't really need to do anything but wait for him again. Yeti cannot get hurt. Yep, quick and easy. Alright, so we're gonna do some just AoE nonsense here. We're gonna Ultima Gao, Ultima with Gao, Ultima with Setzer, and then we just kind of evaluate. But we might just do Ultima, Ultima, wait, Ultima, Ultima. And that should get us pretty far along. We just have to watch out for Umaro's nonsense. We need Mute, which somebody has Siren. I'm just gonna find that real quick. There we go. Not really necessary for me to do that, but if it kills her, so much the better. You never learned Ultima. Huh. Okay. We'll just do this. Next zone did not work. Oh well. Wow, dude. Not what I needed from you at all. Oh, this could be bad. Probably a Doom Tusk coming. Oh god, thank you. I was waiting for it to hit Setzer and then Ultima myself. I was ready for it. This should kill him though. Okay, cool. You didn't learn Bolt 3 either. Goodness, you are trash, homie. One more Ultima. Should take out both it and tools. It's fine. Good. I'm not very concerned about this. Yeah, he can't kill me, so I'm just going to go ahead and queue it. Make sure he gets rolling as soon as 10 hits is over. This is probably pretty close to dead. Nope, he's dead. Lock, love it. Love that he got hit. That's the best. That's not a lie, by the way. That's VK is going to be doing like 7,000 damage a hit now. You know what? I don't have calmness protection. So I'm going to have to think about how to do this. We're probably just going to have to vanish lock. I just hope somebody else has vanish. Burton's probably fine because we have just shields everywhere. Good. Need vanish. $24 plus 12, that's 36. That's 12. 18. I'm gonna let Yeti start this. At 18 right now. I just gotta keep counting. Oh shit. What? I miscounted. Okay. Not quite sure how I did that, but let's pick up the pieces. I missed something somewhere. You should be out of medio phase, so we should no longer have this issue. That's fine. Okay, now we can kill him. So let's get everybody up. Let's do Phoenix down. Let's do Vanish. We just need lockup. That's the main thing. We want Lock to not be dead. Okay. That was supremely dangerous. That couldn't have been any more dangerous. I don't know how I must have missed an attack by Yeti. That's my guess. I think I didn't factor in the first attack from Yeti, which is a big oopsie, and so I thought he was one hit away. from being like killable by lock, but in fact he was already ready to go before Meteo started. Oh, it happens sometimes. I got lucky with that last Meteo. If that had hit all 3 characters, I would have died. Would have been over. But thankfully it has very, very low accuracy. So it actually didn't hit much of anybody, so it was perfect. Okay. Lock attacks, first of all. We don't need to heal, by the way. Healing is unnecessary in this situation. Great. Which do you? We just need shields. Is that like 25? This should be like 35. Okay. This should finish it. Yep. All right. Not a bad run. Could have gone a bit faster at the end there. I lost, I don't know, a minute and a half from my shenanigans with my miscounting. But all in all, it went pretty well. Dangerous moments were definitely the Meteo spam. And then other dangerous moment was almost getting Doom Tusked. Blame Locke for just not targeting Tiger at all, just going straight for magic. But the other 2 tier 1 and 4 went great. 2 and 3 were sketch. Well, 3 was sketch. 2 was weird. Rest of the seed I think went really good. We got a little screwed over with Dome and Dream, but it actually ended up being fine because if I had done everything right, we would have had to go to mid KT, which would have been about the same amount of time as us just going ahead and doing Doma Siege instead. So it worked out just fine, in my opinion. So I think that went pretty good. We went low on the rods early. We did get lucky with Super Balls, but I only bought one. I just happened to find another one, which you can find them in chests in Ultras League as well. So lucky, but whatever. I think it went good. Hope you guys learned a thing or two. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and sound off in the comments below. You can also message me on Discord if you have any questions there. So hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.